election officials are permanent staff of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), who handles the conduct and supervision of elections. Election officials have a major role in the electoral process. The manners in which they discharge their duties affect the degree of confidence voters have in the electoral process and in INEC. Ad-Hoc staff roles in the country's general elections will curb politicians' move to rig election. Using voluntary organizations during election would not work because of the craftiness of politicians in interfering with the integrity of the electoral process. All actions of election officers should be characterized by the highest standards of integrity, impartiality, transparency, professionalism, gender sensitivity, and support for the elderly and those who are physically challenged. Some of the duties of the ad hoc staff during the Nigerian electoral process are: first, Chief Electoral Commissions has the responsibility for the overall conduct of electoral activities in the country, except local government elections. National Electoral Commissions make policies for the successful conduct of all electoral activities. They also monitor elections and ensure that rules and regulations are complied with. Resident electoral commissions are responsible for the conduct and supervision of the elections in a state and the Federal Capital Territory. They take delivery of all sensitive and non-sensitive materials from INEC headquarters and distribute them to all electoral officers. They also supervise the recruitment and training of staff for elections. The electoral officers are responsible for conducting and supervising election materials. They ensure the safe custody of materials used for elections. Returning officer duty is to collate and declare the score of the candidate and declare the winner in an election in a particular constituency, and the supervisory presidential officer supervises the conduct of the poll in a cluster of polling unit, assists in training, ensures all sensitive and non-sensitive materials are available at the assigned polling stations in the right quantities at the right time, visiting polling stations to attend to problems during the period of the election, ensures results of the poll for the assigned polling stations are delivered, liaises with the security agencies to ensure that law and order are maintained with the polling stations under his or her supervision, and must be accountable in the discharge of his or her duty. Now, this roles of ad hoc staff in Nigerian electoral process is important and must be carried out to ensure a free and fair election for all.
You're welcome back. The mini feature you just watched is going to be a teaser. We just want to whet your appetite. It's another new strategy we're looking at. Maybe it's going to work to promote our next topic in full. But be that as it may, we have some messages that we are streaming when we were on the short break, and Blossom will read it out.
Yes. Okay, and this one actually is a question, and he has actually sent another one, which question is directed to Barrister Evans.
The same person.
The same
He's
person.
a double barrel. The man mean also. Is that which you mean you hear?
It says, how do you vote for the right candidate and build the confidence where more than 60% of Nigerians are multidimensionally poor, illiterate, ignorant, and of course use of talk?
Yes. It's because those who make things happen stay away. The talks are insignificant. The talks are not, they cannot be up to the community. There's just some few people that will come because they know that when they come, they will scare people away. But when they know that there is a crowd there, obviously they won't go there.
True.
One. Two, when they know that all of us are determined that nobody is going to take us for a ride, will not allow anybody to come and do mess up. He said in his statement that you own that polling unit, you own that community. So I don't think talks in that community will come and disturb the community, because they know that we know each and every one of us there. So that's why I want to build your confidence that no, wait, ensure that you are involved in the process from day one, from the beginning.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Dr. Charles from Lagos also said, good afternoon, Barrister Evans. You're doing a great job on the subject matter, but my concern is the translation of your solution into reality, because in my area, the electorate are the ones seeking for vote buyers.
The electorate, yes. I mean, you see, before now, the politicians are very smart people. before now, they have incorporated so many persons and put them on that salary. Okay, they've been paying them to go around and
in the name of one special assistant or the other,
yes.
like one governor did.
Appointing
200,000,
paying them and then giving them instructions to go and get converts. Okay, they go on political evangelism and get converts. You see, I know that we have this. It's easy to have that in our society. I mean, when you have 60% of our population
poor,
multidimensionally poor, and the misery index is
very high.
Okay, I mean, survival is a core issue in our society. But what we should do, what we should know is that, you see, no matter how poor you are expected to be disciplined. I know it's tough to tell a poor man who has not eaten to reject money and not sell his conscience. It's very hard to come by. But people, it comes a time when people, okay, we jettison the consequences of not selling their future
and their conscience,
and then because of the value that cannot take them beyond just that week. People should decide that they want to have a better life that is sustainable and not a temporary solution to their problem. If they get that understanding, I believe that they will put it right. Some people will say they should collect money and vote their conscience. I said no. I said no. Because once you collect money, you have no conscience. I mean, there's nothing to vote again. I say tell them no and then do the right thing. Do the right thing. You've been doing the wrong thing all this while and your situation has not changed. I mean, look at the number we have that are multidimensionally poor. That is what government have been able to come out with. Okay, there could be more people who are even poor than what we have. Okay, but poverty is not the reason. I mean, the reason you even became poor in the first place is because you have no leadership. So, and if these same people who have sustained this misery for a long time want to give you a sensational value that will not last you for more than a week, so that they can entrench your poverty, reject it. The rich man's word is a strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. That's what the Bible says. But okay, you see, people can walk away from poverty by choice.
It's a matter of choice. Okay, we have a lot of messages and I think we have to take some of them. This one says, good afternoon, sir. How can building confidence in politics? Okay, how can you build confidence in politics when some political aspirant has failed us after promising before election, leaving their apartments to somewhere else to where they can't be located, most especially the House of Representatives and the local government chairmen that started this. Okay, this started after democracy, especially 2015 and 2019. So how can we be confident when search is happening?
Did you mention, did they put their location and name?
This person in particular, no name, no location.
Please, give us your name and your location.
Okay, I think I have the person has actually been following the program. This is Folagbade Taiwo from our CCG camp. Okay. So how can they build confidence despite, I think it's concerned about the fact that they put them, they are accessible, but once they are into power, they
disappear. They shift base.
They shift base, exactly.
Yes, you know why your politicians will not attend to you when they get into power? Because during election they have settled you.
They've front-loaded. They are front-loaded.
That vote buying is a very big issue. Do you know that even the current Electoral Act have not been able to address it? The only thing he said about it is to apportion penalty for non-compliance. Okay, now that if you encroach on that law, I mean hardly are people even prosecuted in electoral offenses. So what I would tell them is that don't collect money from them. Don't collect money from them. So because if you don't collect money, you can have your conscience together. You will not be intimidated on the vote, because those who won't collect money, the politicians have agents that monitor them to make sure that they actually vote. Okay, that they actually vote for the money they have collected. Okay, now our election should not become a huge. On the day of election in Nigeria is a market. Some people came to buy, some came to sell. It shouldn't be like that. It's not a market square. It's not. People should avoid it. You see this little money you collect, this 5,000, 10,000. In fact, during the 2019 election, there was a man that was interviewed who was so angry. And journalists, I said, "What is your problem?" He said he's so angry that he voted this particular candidate. They told him that he was going to get 10,000 naira, and they are giving him 5,000 naira. He was on air. He did not know that it's an offense.
What?
Yes, he granted interview. Just like the guy who, during the prison break, came out from the prison and granted interview to. People are so ignorant.
Wow.
On camera and all that. People are so ignorant. So, talking about poverty, the multidimensional poverty extends. It's not just about not being able to feed yourself. It's also about ignorance, illiteracy, and just emptiness. So that void, that is why I said that there's a responsibility on people in society who make things happen to reach out. You see, that angle is very important because INEC by law is not just empowered to conduct election. INEC is empowered by law to do what they call political socialization and political education. But INEC is not doing that because they are so preoccupied with preparation for election. The social sequel, the part of enlightenment, that angle, that is why you have one of the education, one of the institute within INEC that is empowered to educate the public.
I have to cut Evans. Evans a bit talk. You know, they talk, you go just bring them small. You just be bringing it out. There are questions to ask because people we are enjoying you.
Yeah.
You are making the thing interesting. No, I'm not stopping you. I just want to bring in another aspect so that again you rub it in for us. You see, while you are talking, you talked about the issue of doing the wrong thing. All the time. So now we want to do the right thing. So because we've been doing it in a particular way.
That's why we're here.
We are here.
133 million people are poor by virtue
so
of that.
How can we now do it the right way so that we'll now be better off? So that, you see, I'm a Yoruba man. The Yorubas have a proverb that if you have been you've been cooking okra soup, and the thing is not becoming giving you the result of being slippery or being slimy, then leave that one, throw away that water, and now start again afresh with ogbono soup. And you go no see ogbono, that one not go fail.
Yes.
So take it up, sir.
That's what I'm saying. The citizens should try this time around. Reject money from. See, this thing I'm saying it with determination.
I know.
That though I
you are affecting me. You are affecting me.
That though I have nothing, I'm not going to collect money.
My future.
Yes, I want to see the value of doing the right thing. You see, you will not be abandoned by God and the cosmos. The universe is just.
Yes.
Whatever you are doing, so long as there's energy from the sun, the administration of the universe records your action and it's going to reward you according to your action. You understand? It's a principle that cannot be broken. You understand? And your gifts, your talent will not reflect its potentials when you are doing the wrong thing. The gift of God is without repentance. It will not reflect, it won't give you the value it's supposed to give you if you are doing the wrong thing. So the citizens who are collecting money doing the wrong thing, they are attracting curses upon themselves. And that is the aftermath of poverty that you have. Quantum high tension poverty, that a country, you have this, some countries didn't have this level of poverty when they went to war. Some countries didn't have this level of poverty when things degenerated. Okay, because if 60% of the population of a country is in poverty, it means the 40% who are okay are not safe. You understand? So the only way we can drag people out of the poverty line into this other side is to ensure that we have leadership. Once we have leadership, the next thing will be that we place a demand on leadership to provide welfare, to provide soft loan, to provide employment. It's the lack of these things that is increasing the poverty quantum. the lack of welfare package, the lack of employment, the lack of jobs, the lack of
please, Evans, you don't touch my sore. You don't touch my. You have touched my sore. Let's look at something.
Yeah.
I brought it out from the statement you just made now. Yeah. Causes, and I'm looking. My mind just. It's true because I've been involved in elections in other countries. Yeah. The voters don't take money.
They don't.
And you see the leaders doing well, and the community, the community is going up very well, doing well. Yeah. You made a statement which I agree with you, that causes, the effect of taking money is, if you take money to vote, is a cause. And the cause has, we all know that causes have effects, and the effects are negative.
Very negative.
But I would like to ask, why is it a cause? I want them to understand why.
Yes.
It's a cause because you are exchanging your conscience for materialism, for survival. You see, your conscience also dictates your morals. And your morals should be positive. Okay, you see, all these things are energy.
Sorry, Evans. This time around, I want you to calm down. You are talking as a lawyer and as an bring it down to the people, the ordinary man on the street.
Yeah,
yes, but just slim.
Doing the right thing is your moral. I don't know
responsibility to society.
Your responsibility to society is to ensure that you contribute positively to society. Section 24 of the 1999 Constitution. If you look at it, the responsibility of
citizens' responsibility
from section 13 down is what government should do. What government should do. From 12 down, all is about
government.
But section 24,
you
reversed it.
The citizens
must do all this. You understand? Why don't we pay your tax,
support government,
support the government, attend to your civil responsibility, and do all that.
Vote when it's time to vote. Don't take money to vote.
Don't take money. You are not supposed to take money to support somebody.
Thank you.
Okay? Do the right thing. Now, when you do the right thing, you have the moral justification to demand for good governance.
And blessing will come through it.
Of course.
Not causes.
See, if you understand energy and the administration of the universe, it's a just universe. It's just that human beings create unjust society. Otherwise, the universe is just, and that is why the curses also, it is not limited to those who collect money. It also goes to those who give the money, and those who are recruited.
Yes, to do.
Those who are.
Yes.
So if we do the right thing, if we shun
negatives,
negatives, collecting money and all that, we shun all that. Let's try that. We call it the right way, and there's no way we will try that, and that will fail. That cannot fail. The one we are doing already has failed. Even with the money you collected, how much
where has it taken us?
Yeah.
Do you understand? So why not stop that? Do the right thing. Ensure that you guard your vote. You see, it's difficult to have all Nigerians on one page, but if you have majority on one page,
we are good to go.
Yeah,
those who are not.
Okay, let me quickly ask 2 questions from our viewers. It's almost like the same question. So this one says, my name is Benedict. I'm writing from Ughelli, Delta State. How will I vote for the right candidates that will rule us better? And to add up, Timini says, can someone use VIN on election day? I think that's the verification.
Don't worry yourself. I've been telling you, this is the cocoa. Just stay glued. We'll teach you. By the time we finish with what Evans is saying, with all of the avalanche of the guests we've been having on this program, your brain will be opened. You know, you don't need to point at this. You yourself, you know who you want to vote for. You just stay glued to this program. That's why it's because of you, because we know you are confused. That's why God gave us this opportunity. The management of this station gave us this opportunity, and we are here educating you, and God has been helping us. We've been bringing guests that has never failed you. All you need to do is just to keep on watching this program. Tell your people that you want to vote very well, you want to vote right. This is a program to watch. By the time we are through, on the eve of election, you too, you know who to vote for.
Yes. So
is that not so, my brother?
Yes, very true. But can this person ask, can they use VIN to vote?
Oh, it's not part of
it's not what is required to
vote.
To vote. But what I'm saying is that we're already preparing for. We have a case already where we're saying that against INEC, provide the cards, or in the alternative, since you have the database, you collected the database. If you don't provide the card, you must provide an alternative to, because the essence of the voter's card is to validate the candidate, the voter. Okay. So if you don't have that card that was supposed to use to validate the candidate, and you have the database,
yes,
what you can now do is to use the database you have to validate
the candidates.
They should create that alternative, because to disenfranchise the citizen may create problem. It may lead to protest, it may lead to anything.
Yes.
You understand? So to avoid that, so that we don't have an outbreak of violence or
where is this question from? Ugeli?
Taking
the question.
No, this is from Timini.
From where?
So, he didn't put a place.
To avoid people taking the laws into their hand, INEC must do the right thing, and we are going to pursue this case vigorously to ensure that. So let's make 2019 election a feast of purity. Okay, because if whoever comes there to collect money to do that, it will amount to like taking a poisonous leaf to a purification feast. We are going to call it a purification feast and ensure that everything that is impure, everything that is ungodly and unworthy should not be allowed in the process. That is going to be our own moral electoral code, unwritten. But that will be the norm, that we will go into the election with the purest form of conscience and do the right thing and see how the right thing pays society.
Thank you so much.